What's going on, YouTube? It's Osas back again. Well, I should have said back again because I actually disappeared for a whole year, but I'm back again for real this time, and I'm not going nowhere. All right, it's for real. This is pretty much a restarting of my channel because I have, like I said, I've been gone. So I want to take it back to the roots, back to the beginning, back to where it should all start from for this very first video back. All right. So that is why today we're going to be speaking about budgeting tips for beginners. I'm going to give you 14 steps that you can take right now, take action today in order to, budget your life accordingly, because you got to budget your life. You got to do it. Why is budgeting important? You know what I mean? Like, why do you need a budget? All right, I'll give you the answer. I'll tell you why you need a budget. Because in order to be financially independent, one needs to know exactly where the money is coming from and where the money is going. And that's just really it, to be quite honest with you. But it's a lot more trickier, for some than others. So, budgeting in 14 steps. I won't waste too much of your time. I promise. The first step is you need to set clear financial goals. Like, what is it that you're trying to accomplish? Are you trying to buy your first house? Are you trying to buy a new car? Are you trying to open a business? Are you trying to save for a wedding? Like, you need to set clear financial goals so you know exactly, why you're budgeting and how much money you need for your objective. So, number 2. You need to gather all your financial information. So when I say financial information, I'm talking your bank statements, pay stubs, credit card statements, bills, everything. Anything that has to do with money, collect it. Make sure you put it in one place so you can get a big picture of how your money is coming in and how your money is going out. Step number 3, you need to calculate your actual income. So where is your income coming from? Your active income from your 9 to 5, your 8 to 4, whatever it is, and then your passive income, if you have that. I don't know. You need to make sure you understand exactly where this money is coming from in order to budget effectively. Step number 4, all right? You need to track your expenses. Some people don't even know what they spend their money on. Are you spending it on food? Are you spending it on entertainment, going out with the friends? Are you, buying alcohol? Are you spending it on your card? You need to know exactly where this money is going, every single cent. Now, you need to track your spending. So for the next month or 2, really hone in on your spending. Step number 6, which is to actually create your budget. Now, your budget is based on how much money you want to have at the end of the month, based on your income, based on your expenses, based on everything, your credit card payments, your bills, everything. You have that number that you want to have at the end of the month, right? Because when you have money at the end of the month, that is expendable income, which, what can you do with expendable income? You can invest, right? There you go. So when you create your budget, you then have to go on to step 7, which is actually allocating funds to categories. You got to create categories: food category, entertainment category, bills. What else have a category? I don't know what else category that you guys may have, but essentially you got to have the categories for survivability, and then the categories for entertainment. And you got to keep it very, very minimal. Your entertainment category is higher than your survivability categories, eating, for example, then it's a problem. Big problem. Step 8, you really want to monitor and adjust. Again, you may get a newer paying job. You may have less expenses because you've now paid off a credit card or a line of credit or your OSAP, or whatever the case may be. You need to monitor and adjust accordingly. I would suggest using an Excel file. An Excel sheet helps you very well to track your expenses. And if you need help with Excel and how to do that and how to create a budget on Excel, holla at your boy, I got you. Number 9 is you really want to focus on creating an emergency fund. So what's an emergency fund? An emergency fund is a fund that you tap into when everything goes crazy. You know, when crap hits the fan, that's when you tap into the emergency fund. You know, you lose your job, you, God forbid, you get into a car accident and can't make car payments, whatever the case is, you need the emergency fund as money left over just in case something terrible and unforeseen happens, and you'll be able to use that money in your emergency fund. My rule of thumb is in your emergency fund to have 6 months rent in the emergency fund minimum, right? And you never touch it, and it's only to be touched if you find yourself in trouble. 10, pay off all your debt, all right? Try to get your debt to 0. And I know that can be hard in this economy, with all these credit cards tempting people, all these minor credits. Don't do it. You gotta pay off your debt, because when you pay off your debt, that's more money that's going where? In your pocket, right? So make sure you pay off all your debt. Number 11 is to save and invest, all right? What does that mean? That means don't use what you don't need to use and put your expendable income towards other avenues that could potentially make you more money in the future. That's as simple as it is. Whether you're investing in the stock market, investing in a new business idea, whatever the case may be, just make sure you save and invest your money. Anything that's unnecessary, don't buy it, all right? Especially in this inflation and economy that we are in. Listen, let me not even go there. 12 is use a budgeting tool. There's many budgeting tools out there. I'll probably put some on the screen now, but the most simple one to use is literally Excel. You don't have to spend any money budgeting. You don't have to spend any money on Excel. If you have a computer, a Microsoft computer, most computers come with Excel. Number 13 is to be disciplined. Now, discipline is the hardest, okay? This is probably the hardest step on the list because it's very, very difficult to be disciplined, all right? There are things that we want to buy. We want to make ourselves happy. But anytime we make these purchases, it's just a temporary, temporary happiness. After you spend that money on the new dress, after you spend the money on the new shoe, you're excited, but maybe for a week, maybe. And then you go back to thinking about your money problems, right? So be disciplined, be consistent. Consistency is key to success in pretty much anything anyone has ever done in the world. So be disciplined and be consistent. Lastly, number 14 is to seek financial education. Read books, ask people who are more successful than you, ask them how have they done it, right? And I'm pretty sure you'll start to see a pattern of people who are very successful. They've all had, at one point or currently, they've all had some sort of budget, right? It's the only way that you will find financial freedom, because you need to know what's coming in and you need to know what's coming out. And most importantly, you got to stay disciplined. So hopefully this video helped. Again, I apologize. I've been gone for a whole year, but I'm back and I ain't going nowhere. Thank you, YouTube. Osas out. Peace.